with you, and I'm here for a second video of card making, but this time it's not Christmas. This time we're going to be using some of the lovely goodies that I got from Studio Calico, and I just think they're so pretty and would make amazing card tops. And I thought, you know what, let's do that. Let's make some cards, a card set of 5 using some of the things that I got, because they're just so wonderful. I'm not sure which one I want to use. For sure some of the papers. I thought the card tops might be pretty, but then I have to decide if that's going to be sufficient, or I need to put some sort of something like an image or something else on top. I don't know. So I guess we will see. I could use some of these. Like that would be pretty, maybe. Okay, so anyway, there's lots of stuff that I can play with. And that's the fun part of these, is that there's so many things, beautiful things in it. So I've got some card base. I pulled out some papers that I thought would be pretty with these backgrounds, and we're just gonna get going and start making some cards. So, I mean, how pretty are these? Like, just so pretty. I don't want to be using, I don't know if it's, that might be this, yeah, that's the sticker paper. Don't necessarily want to use a sticker paper for a card making session. So I think I'm going to use the actual, oh, and this paper has texture, which is really nice. Okay, so put this, but maybe use some of these. So pretty. So pretty. I'm going to be making 5 cards, so maybe these would be the ones that would make most sense. Let's start off, like I'm all over the place, guys. Okay, so let's start off by just folding in the cardstock. That's going to be the first thing. So if you've seen the unboxing of your Creative Studio, you saw that they sent me these beautiful items. You will find in the description box below the link to their store, and I just think it would make amazing gifts for somebody, because all their items are just so precious. So if you're wondering what to get to somebody that's crafty, that might be a really nice gift that's appreciated, especially since they've got everything that they need to craft within a box. So that's really nice. Okay, so I'm gonna be pulling some of these. I thought these would be like, some have frames on them. Like, that's so pretty. And then you could put a sentiment on top, like on this. Or same thing with these. This one, I feel like you don't need a sentiment. You can just like plug that right on. So let's say, like, for example, do I want to use that, or do I want to use something that's more like that? No, that's too pale. I'm gonna go back down to that one, I guess. want to use, don't want to cut down that because I kind of like that. And then I could put no. I like this part of the paper, but I don't want to be cutting down on this. That could be very pretty as well. Because my thinking was using that. Also have this here. That's the leftover piece of something else that I worked on. I feel like I need some sort of something in between the two of them. So something like that, maybe like some white or something to, maybe I can cut this down a tad. Or do I do just that? I forget about using the designer paper for this one. Because it's so ornate already. Really like this on it, so let's cut this down to size. I've got a feeling I'm just going to use cardstock for this first one. I cut my piece crooked. Yes, I did. So, here's the first piece. I feel like I want, I don't know. Maybe I put just a tad. Okay, so I'm just gonna go for it. So these cards could be used for any type of occasion, and sometimes you just need in your stash. Here are those that can be used for thank yous, could be used for thinking of you, could be used for birthdays, could be used for whatever. As I said, sometimes you just need those. So I'm gonna cut this down to, let's see if I do this. I'm eyeballing. That's my favorite method of cutting down cards. It's just eyeballing the measurements. I feel like when you go too precise, it just makes the card process so much longer, and in reality I don't really gain much from it. The only time I would say that I really would measure is if you're doing one of those cards that folds and such, then obviously that might require more calculations, but otherwise I wouldn't bother. Okay, so here. And then I'm just going to put that on top. And we've got a card. Simple as that. But you know what would be pretty? I'm going to add some stickles to it. And we're going to bring it just a tad better. And it's not going to add extra layers. Yeah, I think that brings it to the top. So, see, like, that's the difference. So how easy was that card to make, right? So, first card done. Okay, then I have this one here, which obviously could go on top of that paper, but I could put something to define it in between. Oh, I like that. I like that. Now I'm wondering, do I want to put another piece of white in between? It's not the same white, that's the thing. So let me pull out a piece of the cardstock that I use. Going to make it very fresh. Okay, so that's going to be that, and then I have to figure out what I do for the middle portion. I could just stamp one of the flowers, I guess, or I can stamp a sentiment. I'm going to cut this down first, and then I'm going to figure out how big I want the purple to be, because I don't want to hide too much of the beautiful background paper. So let's see. I do it that way, that would make sense. So I'm not hiding too much. I just have this tiny little edge that's gonna define it, because otherwise the two are too similar, I feel like, because obviously it's the same type of background. Here we go. And do I have some sentiments? Like, hello friend would be a good one. These are my pre-made sentiments. And I feel it's going to bring the white to the center as well, which is a good thing. And it's going to finish off the card, because I kind of feel like it needs a sentiment. Yeah. And it brings the white all the way to the center. So I like that. So you can find these digital sentiments in my Etsy store. Very convenient. There's many different hellos that are part of the kit. And again, I could put a little bit of stickles on top of these, just to bring it one touch higher. And I think it makes a big difference. So again, you can see the difference between the two. I like these. Super easy, as you saw, to put together. Okay, so then which one do we do next? There's that's pretty. Well, they're all pretty, but now the question is more, what do I want to do? Like, I could put something like that, and if I do that, then I can put, or something like this one, and then I could put one of these beautiful things in it. You know, like, cut this down. I feel like that's not necessarily the right colors. There's something like that one. That could be very pretty, that one. I'm doing. this. I've been thinking like I would cut around this. Now I don't want to waste my paper that I've started cutting, so we'll see what we can do about using some of that. So see, like something like that. Where's my paper that I started cutting? What did I do with it? Oh, there it is. Not quite the color, so maybe for that one I can do something else. So this one I would cut down the tag, and then for this one, what do I do? What do I use? Use that one or this one. So we got these two in the process. So let's put this aside. And so these two are started. We'll go with this one. So have some more navy blue. So I feel that that would be the best thing for this card, so I'm gonna go for it. I'm just gonna cut this down like so. Okay, so I've got that down. Then I'm going to put this piece. So I start gluing stuff. Because I don't imagine it changing. And if I do, well, it's too late anyway. And the good part is I'm using the rest of this paper, which is gorgeous, and I don't want to waste it. So here we go. And then I'm going to put this on here, but I need a bigger piece. Do I need a bigger piece, or I keep this because there's already navy underneath here? Let's see. I'm thinking that maybe I don't need a full piece. Maybe I just want a small piece. Like at the top here. And then like that. I think I like that this way. Okay, so I'm gonna put this on top of this. I'm gonna cut the excess. And it's gonna give me a different type of layout, which is awesome. Sometimes the cards just make themselves, and this is what I feel like this one is doing. Okay, and then I saw some hellos. I feel like that one would be fun on top of this, and then I could put it on top of the I can put it on top of the blue, I think, depending on how small I cut it. And I can put that on top of this and put that in the center here to tie it all up together. Make it fit within the card. And we've got a card, and again I can add just a bit of stickle to the card, just to a little something. Okay, so then we're down to the last two. I have one tiny piece of this paper left. Don't think I'm going to use it for these because I feel like I need something more pale, more I go just feel like I need just something like that, you know? I'm gonna glue this down in the middle. Start this off. And I'm probably going to be using this for both, so let's cut this down to this. Oh, actually, I had a piece. What am I doing? I don't need to cut down a big piece when I have a piece that's already started. And my card is not fully aligned, so I'm just going to cut the excess to align it. Okay, so there's that. And then this is gonna go on top. I go with that. This could go well with the blue there. Do I do something like this? Maybe more something like that. Yeah. So cut this down. And very simple little card that could be used again for any type of reason. So there's that one, and then for the final one I still have some of this. This I'm going to cut down because it doesn't fit within the frame. So like that. And then I do have the lavender that I could put underneath. Yeah, I like that. And again, very simple, and I use up the leftover pieces that I had in my stash. So I'm not left with a bunch of big pieces of cardstock. I will have used most of it. I don't think it needs to be cut, so yeah, that just came together beautifully. And voila, that's the last of the cards. So made 5 cards, totally different, but as you can see, super easy to make with the kits. The only thing I added was some cardstock, and we all have that in our stash. So I hope that you've enjoyed this extra card making video this week, and go and check out your creative studio. You will love what you see. That's it for me, guys. I will see you next Monday. Love you. Bye.